Growing up with my mom was crazy. She was a drug addict, and the only attention I got from my mom was whenever she needed those drugs, and I was kind of the pawn for her to get those drugs. My mom would allow other people to use me as they wanted to pay for her drug habit. And that was the only attention I got. It was attention I didn't want. I tried to be as quiet as I possibly could, as invisible as I possibly could. But you know, there's those signs that you see, I would start seeing my mom act a certain way, and I knew what was coming. I was already doing drugs and alcohol. I guess I started doing drugs and alcohol when I was 8, right after my dad shot himself. Just a way to cope. It was a daily thing. And then I left my mom. And decided the streets would be better. I guess I lived on the streets for about a year, and then I met my husband. We got married when I was 16, and at that time he wasn't a bad person. He was okay, and some of the things that were happening, I just kind of figured it was just normal, you know, because the way I grew up, and so I thought my lot in life was to be just, you know, abused, thrown away, and you know, no one cared. God didn't care. So I was at a point in my life where I had absolutely no hope whatsoever. I was ready to just be done. And I woke up one morning in June and decided that was going to be my last morning. I told my kids bye. They thought I was just going to work out and coming home, but I wasn't. I told them how much I loved them, how much I wanted them to know that, and I drove to Camp Gladiator, and the workout was extremely hard. It was ridiculous, and everybody was, "Oh my Lord, oh my goodness, oh Jesus, help us." And our trainer made a joke about there being pastors there to help us. And Jesus was here, and instantly made me mad. I was like, shut up. And so he pointed to a pastor from StoneWater and said that he could help us. And I looked at him, and I had the most horrible attitude. I was angry. I wanted to punch him because he was a pastor and because he knew God and he thought he was all special. And so I looked at him and I said, "I got some questions for you." And the whole time I was angry and just not very nice. He was nice and answered my questions, and I wanted to figure out why he was so happy. Like, what made him so happy? Instead of driving off that bridge on my way home, I decided to stick around and figure out what he had, because that's what I was looking for. He talked about a God that cares and loves me, and by the time we got to, I don't even know if he was done talking, but I was like, I need this God. I want this God. I can't continue without a God that cares. You know, I've been looking for somebody that cares my whole life and that loves me. So David led me through, you know, the sinner's prayer, or I don't know what you call it, but we said a prayer. And at the end of the prayer, I remember looking at David and telling him for the first time in my life, I'm not scared to die. It's almost like God has like taken that a life that I had and just kind of plucked me out, set me on the outside, and it's just like rebuilding those things that I longed for my whole life, but they're 100 times better than I could have ever asked for. Being where I'm at now with God, knowing that He cares, knowing that He loves me. It's the best part of this life change.